Hey, how's it going? It's been quite a bit, you know? Uh, it's only been 8 days since the last stream, but I have not streamed any Minecraft in quite some time. I really even played Minecraft in a while. I haven't played Minecraft in about a month at least, and then I haven't, but that was just like competitive. I haven't played like survival Minecraft in at least 3 months almost. Um, I figured, why not? I've got the first kind of day of a break in quite some time. So I'm gonna do a stream of some old beta 1.7 Minecraft. It's been 3 months since I played that. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna turn on the Minecraft playlist and we'll get going. And there we are. Trying to think. I might turn my game volume down a little bit. Or not the game volume, the music volume. Just a little bit. There we go. How many diamonds do we have? We have 7. I think we'll take a little pause on the dome. Let me check the furnace to make sure I don't have any more going in there. Okay. I think we'll take a little pause on the dome underwater thing, and then go and work on the other stuff. I should probably like chop some of these trees down. Oh yeah, this is what else I was going to do. I was going to get the rest of the glowstone that I wanted and put this along here with the addition of cobblestone as the floor. I remember now. Yeah. Okay. Let me think. This part of the dome is technically complete. Got the door situation going on. I need to remove these blocks on the outside still. Okay, I remember now what I was doing the last time. Yeah. Got just a random ass crafting table down there, it's fine. Okay. Yeah. I think I'll head back up here and... This version of the game had the annoying ass tree generation too. All the way back then, they had these shit ass trees. I did not even realize that. I'm honestly probably forgotten, to be fully honest. That's fun. Okay, I'm gonna put these in here for the time being. I'm gonna clean this up really quick and go from there. This is fine as is, yeah. There we go. I think I want to do some mining for diamonds today. Right. It's nice just playing some Minecraft again. been quite a while. Sorry, I keep fucking with the audio on this thing. I just want to make sure my mic volume is higher than the music. But yeah. Anyway. I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna play for a bit. Got some laundry to switch over in like an hour or so, and I'll do a little BRB and get that switched over and all that. Yeah, I got 1 hour left exactly. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna probably mine some of these trees. I think would be a good play, to be honest, because there's so many of them. Like, why not? Just kind of cleans things up a bit. I want to check back and see how long ago I started this Minecraft series specifically. I think I started this like at least 9 months ago, maybe. I could be wrong. I don't remember how long it's been. I feel like I started this in like December of last year. I think I started this on like Christmas break or some shit last year. I feel like that's what it is. Actually, I'm gonna check really quick. So I'm just curious. So I don't remember. Wow, yeah, exactly 9 months ago. So I actually remembered when it started. That's crazy. December 3rd, yeah. Okay, so the beginning of December, right before. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It's right before my birthday. Yeah. I realized that when I do these old Minecraft streams is when I talk about a lot about life stuff, ironically. It's kind of funny, but it's fine. Yeah. I think, yeah, even from the very start, the very first of these streams, I was just talking about life stuff. Which is kind of funny. Jesus, yeah, so we're only on part 8 now after 9 months. That's pretty funny. I think I did the first like 4 parts in like 1 week. But it's whatever. I think this will be another talking about life stuff stream. Life updates and all that. I'm gonna go harvest some more of that wheat for funsies. Because why the hell not? I'm gonna put this here. Damn, I got a ton of redstone. Oh yeah, I was preparing an enchanting setup, wasn't I? That's the other thing I was doing. I've got a lot of sugarcane though, so like I can. And books didn't use leather to be made, so I could still make an enchanting table if those even existed in this version, which they might. I don't remember if they did or not. Hold on, I should actually look that up. Oh, fuck, it was 1.0, so no, there is no enchanting in this. I forgot about that. That was release 1.0. We are quite some time away from that in this version. Alright. I'm gonna harvest this wheat just for fun. Gotta remember what side it was on. Oh, it was on the other side. Yeah, the lever's on the other side. Oh yeah, and then items move slow as fuck in water. That's always really funny to me. I just want it to all get all the way all down there that I get the satisfaction of picking it all up at one time. I think I should have enough inventory slots for it. But yeah. It's like 50% of the time when I exit an inventory of some kind, then it has me looking a random ass direction. That was satisfying as hell. Time to replant this shit. Oh yeah, I forgot this didn't have a sound. Oh yes, this is why they're on fences. That's what it was. Is they're on fences so I can jump on this and it doesn't break them. Yeah, that's what it was. I think. Yeah. Alrighty. Continue our little thing. Might go grab some sugar cane. Actually, no, I don't need. I have 3 stacks of it. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. But yeah. So I guess life stuff and all that. Been hella busy. A little bit of chaos, kind of all over the place. First like day off of like actually just chilling in quite a while. Haven't really been playing many games that much, like at all, which just kind of sucks, but it is what it is, I suppose. I think. Okay. Alright, I think the actual goal now is going to be to bring, like, I think that's a good amount for pickaxes. There we go. I'll keep the extra sticks on me. I think we're pretty much chilling for stuff that I want to have with me. Got 1 piece of bread. Maybe I'll add like 3 more pieces of bread. I can put the gunpowder away, whatever chest I have, keeping that in, yeah. That's fine in there. I'm gonna put the glowstone in the chest in here. There we go. Now we got quite a bit of everything, so I think we're all ready to go there. Yeah. That's like everything I want for a little mining journey. There we go. That's a nice amount of torches, so got plenty of coal and all of that. Oh yeah, I remember that was a plan, was to make this stairs at some point. Probably should do that too. I've got the cobblestone to do it, actually. I think I want to do that first. So we'll start with that. But yeah, anyway, general life things and such. I'll be getting out of my house relatively soon here. Going to live with my grandpa. Continuing to do school and stuff here in St. Louis. So that'll be pretty cool. Mainly just like a for my own sake kind of thing, for my own health, because I spend so much of my time and energy taking care of my mom and sister here, and my mom's been cancer free for long enough now that I think she'll be alright, and my sister's old enough now that she can take care of a majority of things that she needs to take care of by herself, and all that. Unfortunately, my mom hasn't been taking care of herself that well, so it's been making it a bit harder at times with random things popping up with things that I have to do for her. But it's just, I need to move on. I'm ready to move on. It's been a very long 6 years of my life, and I'm ready to start kind of like a new chapter where I can just like focus on myself and worry about things in my immediate life and focus my energy and time into things that are beneficial to me or things that I enjoy, rather than spending all of my time and energy taking care of my mom and sister without much in return. I'm mainly doing this because I would like to give myself as many advantages in life as possible to kind of start out on the right foot when I graduate from high school. And I feel kind of like shit about it, but I feel that it is a necessary change to kind of just make things better for myself. Because it's been so many years that I've lived in like a financially unstable environment, and like it's been really stressful for a long time, and I've had to kind of like be a primary caregiver of my household since I was like almost about 12 pretty much. Some of it started back when I was like 10, but I think most of my things started ramping up when I was 12. And now I feel like I have less of those responsibilities to a degree, but so much of my time is still spent dealing with that still, and I need to be focusing on college application related things and different things like that, getting ready for my life. And I think that is an important thing to focus on, because I don't want to hinder myself and my abilities just because of my legit living situation. I want to make things as good for myself as I possibly can, and give myself the best advantage I can so I can start off on the right foot in life, and so I don't have to struggle anymore. That's like the main goal kind of thing. And yeah, I think it's a good positive change for myself. And I think it definitely is. It's been a long time coming. I'm kind of here for it. So I'm very, very tired, emotionally and mentally. Sometimes physically as well. And every time I try to improve things for myself and kind of get out of my depression and all of that, then oftentimes I feel that I'm kind of dragged back down. And that gets really hard sometimes, especially with the amount of effort that I put into things and trying to make things better for myself. And so I just can't do it anymore. You know, it's like I provide for a lot of people in my life without much in return, which I'm okay with. That's just, I'm not resentful of that, and I think that's okay. But sometimes after so long that it does take a toll on you over a really long time, and I feel that just I think it's just good to kind of move on. I'll have less people to worry about most of the time, and that can focus on things for me a lot better. Like, my diet here is pretty rough, mainly just because of the lack of money that we have, and we're often very short on groceries. And then because of my mom's habits of cooking, or habits of eating, I should say, she doesn't do that much cooking. I do a majority of that. Just mainly her eating habits and my sister's, that they're both very picky in certain ways, and they don't like or refuse to eat certain foods and ingredients that are like key in a lot of dishes. And my mom refuses to cook efficiently, even though we can't really afford to not cook efficiently. That's why we run out of ingredients so quickly, which is kind of unfortunate, but it's just something that she hasn't been able to really change. I wish she would, though. And like, yeah, I just feel that it is better to have a more balanced meat kind of diet. I don't care too much about being like ultra healthy or like going on some like crazy like keto type shit, but like the food that you eat, I feel like should be relatively balanced enough to provide you with enough energy to do your day-to-day stuff. And my current diet is not that. And like, like my main, with the way my diet is and all of that, it's like, it's so carb dense that I don't get a lot of other like nutrients that I would need to kind of like optimally function in day-to-day life. And it kind of wears on you a lot, and I would just like that to stop. And like, 'cause I know how to cook a lot of things, and I know a lot about making balanced meals and making things that are both good for you and taste good as well. And of this, some brief periods of time where I'm able to consistently eat well for usually very short stints, then I notice a much greater improvement in my overall energy and my kind of like happiness, I would say. And I just kind of like feel more positively about certain things and such. And I just kind of like, I'm less tired all the time, and I feel like I can function better, and I think more effectively. And so that's why, like, I think having that is important, and I'll be able to have that living with my grandpa. And so I'm looking forward to that kind of change, and just kind of being able to like have good breakfast to start off my day well, with like good amount of protein and like vegetables and fruits and such, and like all of that. And same with like, I might start taking my lunches to school so I can eat well there as well, because my school lunch is not good, both in taste and also just like nutrition, like at all. It's like next to no protein if you get the highest protein item, and then it's mostly like carbs, and then it's fucking freezer burnt, and it just tastes like shit. So not only does it taste like shit, it's also just, it doesn't help you with anything. and it just kind of sucks. And so I would like to probably bring my lunches as well, which would be a nice change. And I'm kind of looking forward to that kind of stuff that I could do with that. Making like different dishes and I think I would get some bento boxes, which are like give me a second here. Like bento boxes are like these things you put like kind of like, it's like little section Tupperware that's like stacks and interlocks, so you can like the bottom section is like your main course, and then like the lid like stacks into the bottom section, and that has like its own little compartments of shit, and then you have like an actual lid on top of it for the final, like to close it all together. And it's honestly a really nice way of both kind of structuring your meals and also just storage wise as well. Space efficient, and you can kind of plan out your meal a bit better. And I feel like I could do a lot with that. I can do things like, oh, here I can make some like hummus and pita and shit, and like have that with some like tomatoes and like other vegetables and shit like that, and having just like some like protein rich foods with like some nice balance and like good, like just refreshing kind of food. And being able to do that, I feel like will be one of the most major improvements in my life alone, let alone just being in a better environment. Because like when I'm in my home, it's a very stressful environment for me, mainly just being around my mom and sister a lot. Really kind of wears on me, and I think being able to not do that and just like be away from that consistently, I think would just be the biggest, also a major improvement on my health, of just being able to like not have to worry and not have to deal with them arguing, or my mom arguing with her boyfriend and all of that shit that gets really stressful and tiring to listen to all the fucking time. And like, yeah, so I think that's also like another thing, was just like being able to be away from that and kind of be at mental peace with my living situation, I think is what I really want. And I think I'll be able to do that with living at my grandpa's. But yeah. I think just being at mental peace would be just a good thing for me overall. But yeah, but like bringing my lunches to school and kind of being able to make a good breakfast and having consistently good dinners, either I can cook them myself or have people that do actually cook actively and make good things. I can also eat with them and all that. And they also don't get, unlike my mother, they won't get offended if I choose to like make my own food and not eat what they're making. So then if I like want something specific or want something like better for me, then I can make my own stuff and not have to worry about them getting upset about it like my mom does. And so that's like a really nice change there. And also being able to have the resources for all the ingredients that I want, because like when I cook now, I cook on a very tight budget with very limited ingredients. Even like I don't have a lot of like base core ingredients that would be cheap to obtain, but we just don't have them. Like a lot of specific like just key ingredients in the food. And I feel that being able to have those available to me will also be really nice for what I can cook. And yeah, I think that would be like just a kind of a really nice one on that, like just being able to have all the ingredients that I want and cook whatever I want. I'm not going to be buying like lavish expensive ingredients, but if I if I want some avocados to make like a nice guacamole or something, or if I want to get some chickpeas and like make my own hummus, or it's literally anything like that, or like, oh, here I want to grab like a nice cut of meat to make some like steak bites or something, or like want to get some nice quality chicken to make a chicken dish, or like literally anything like that. Just being able to do that freely is gonna be kind of a mentally, and it sounds stupid, but kind of a mentally freeing kind of thing of just being like, I don't have to worry, because I try to get, like, whenever like, on the occasion when I go to the grocery store and have to get groceries and such, I try to get things as cheaply as I possibly can, and usually forego some ingredients. But like, being able to not have to do that, and not have to be concerned about not having enough food later on in the week or the coming week or two, is kind of a really nice thing that I would like to have and will be able to have. And yeah, and then like also being able to cook more varieties of food, where like I usually wouldn't cook spicy things because I would only be making it for myself at my house, and we either couldn't afford for me to cook for just myself, or my mom gets upset if I'm cooking for just myself, and so like, and with spicy food, neither my mom or sister can handle that, and so like being able to actually like cook some spicy food, like, oh, here I want to make a nice like chili, like an actual spicy chili, or like maybe I want to make some like tandoori chicken or something. I can do that without, and like I can have like a greater breadth of dishes without having to like deal with the fallout of making spicy food in my home. Because like my mom and sister, even like when I cook spicy things, they don't do well, and so I just avoid it. So like being able to have like more flavorful food more consistently is something I'm like a change that I'm really looking forward to. Because like with my like general depression and stuff, I kind of just deal with it, and food brings me a little bit, good flavorful food brings me a little bit of dopamine that I kind of live off of pretty much. That's how I am with sandwiches. That's why I enjoy sandwiches so much, is that small amount of dopamine is, especially when I was in much more rough places in my life, that small amount of dopamine was really what would keep me going a lot of the time, just being like, it would give me just a little bit of like a moment of happiness kind of, and I would just like kind of try to subsist off of that for a long time and like reminisce over like a nice thing like that. And so being able to like have both refreshing and flavorful food consistently, I think will be just a major improvement in my overall mental health. And I'm really looking forward to that. And another thing I'm looking forward to is like exercise, being able to actually exercise, because currently so much of my time is spent like cleaning up after my mom and sister, like doing the dishes and things like that, which takes, because neither of them clean out their dishes, doing dishes, as I don't have a dishwasher, doing the dishes takes oftentimes at least an hour and a half or more oftentimes. And as I can't do the dishes every single day, even sometimes I'll do the dishes for 2 hours one day and then have to do them again for another hour the next day, just because of the amount of dishes they produce with different things. Or like the rare instance that my mom cooks, she manages to use like half of our dishes, and like our sink is like super shallow, so like there isn't a lot that can fit in there, so I have to like, it just takes forever to do dishes, and it's always unpleasant. And our kitchen is very small and cramped, and we don't have many like utility things in the kitchen, so like we have the stove and microwave and then the sink and then I guess the oven, which is part of the stove. But like for like doing most shit in there, like there's no, like we have the fucking Instapot that my mom cooks a bunch of shit in all the time, which I hate. Like the Instapot dishes are really stupid to me, except for like the things that I like. I know how to cook really good food in an Instapot because they're often recipes from like South American countries, because they're designed for high cooking in high altitudes, which is like the main purpose of having, like a main advantage of having a pressure cooker, so that way things can cook more consistently. So a lot of South American countries make things in pressure cookers, and there's some really delicious food that you can make with them. My mom doesn't like any of that food, so I never make it or never get to make it, which kind of sucks. And so like being able to just make that, like, oh, here, I want to make some chili verde chicken or something, I can do that, or like different nice things like that. And so like we have the pressure cooker, and that's like the only extra kind of item in our pantry. And like our utensils suck. We don't have like a large stand mixer or anything, which is fine. But like if I wanted to make any like special breads and stuff, can't do that. And then like we don't have a lot of space in there to begin with, and so like our pot and pan situation's all over the place, and like it just sucks to work in that kitchen. But with my kitchen at my grandpa's house, it's a nice, comfortable size. It has plenty of extra appliances and things that I might want to use. They even have like a panini press. So if I feel like making some like panini press sandwiches, like that would be great. Because like sometimes having your sandwich pressed down with nice little like ridges in the toast bread like part is like really tasty. So like, oh, here, I want to make a cubano or something. So like I might make some like, I might like heat up some shredded, like some like, I'll get some thinly sliced pork or something, and then I'll like make a special like mustard sauce and get some pickles and cheese, and then throw that onto some like a nice sourdough, and then like, or like a brioche kind of loaf or something, and then put it in a panini press where they like presses everything down and makes it really tasty. And so like being able to do that would just be nice, and I will be able to do that kind of freely, which is kind of cool. Or if like, hey, I want to make a breakfast sandwich in the morning and I want to do it quickly, I've got a panini press for it. And all of those kinds of things are just really nice, to be honest. Kind of just like a liberating type of thing. I don't know. But yeah, so being able to like, just like, oh, here, I have nice quality pans, and I have like some nice cutlery to work with, and I have enough counter space to actually do things on. Like, I don't make a bread here at my house because I don't have the counter space for it, but I really enjoy making bread and would love to make it as like all the time, but I can't because of my lack of counter space for it, and so I don't. But like having the like plenty of counter real estate for like different things is just be really nice, so I can like cook a larger variety of things. I can make a lot more stuff and kind of just be happier overall. So I get a lot of joy out of cooking and making really good food, and so that's something I'm looking forward to a lot. And then on the exercise thing that I just mentioned briefly, like, because of, I know I just have gone on several tangents, but like because of so much of my energy is spent taking care of things here, that like I never have the energy or like drive or motivation to do any like exercise. And while like sure I'm not like overweight or whatever, but my like physical fitness has like declined significantly. Because like in my freshman year of high school, like I used to be able to work out every other day in the because I had like an actual like weightlifting gym class, and like I was doing pretty decent with that. So like I wasn't like shredded or whatever, but like I had some nice muscle tone and I had good endurance at that time, and I don't really have that anymore. It's been 3 years of not doing that. Like I've been very inactive, which mostly is my own fault, but just been like super inactive and kind of lethargic for such a long time that like, and like I just don't have the comfortable space to like exercise here because like there's no good amount, as I'm really tall and like just a long person in general, and so like I need some room to do any exercises of any kind really, and I don't have that here at all, especially in my room, let alone anywhere else in my house, and like it just kind of sucks. And I also, my only source of workout equipment now is two 10-pound dumbbells that I happen to have, but that's all I have for exercise equipment, which also sucks. And like overall, I would like to be able to just like not have to deal with that either. Just being able to exercise whenever I want, and for like I can have like an actually consistent exercise routine would be really nice. Because like I back in 2021 I started trying to do an exercise routine before I moved into the current house that I'm in. When I first moved to St. Louis, I was there for about I've been there for probably like 9 months at that point, and I was trying to I still had like a nice, that was when my room was big, and I was trying to kind of design an exercise routine then, but my mental health and overall motivation had just declined so much that I just didn't stick with it. And like I actually did a lot of research and now have a lot of knowledge about like creating good exercise regimens that are like beneficial to my health and kind of just good for me to do. Like not with the goal of like getting fucking ultra jacked or whatever, but like just being able to be healthier, with, and like have more energy and stuff. And so like, but I need some initial energy and motivation to do those things, to like do the working out to get more energy in the long run. And so that's where like, that's why I want to be able to do that, like being able to go and exercise whenever I feel like it. And they have a bit more exercising equipment. They have like a treadmill and stuff, and they have more weightlifting equipment and such that I can actually use. And then I can kind of get a lot better in that regard as well. So like that's just a kind of a really major quality of life improvement for me too, is just being able to have way more energy more often and just like have more motivation and drive to do things. And so like being able to do all of that, I can just kind of, it's like really like a completely fresh start for me. But like it's like a major fresh start, but with all of the knowledge that I've gained over the many years of like struggling with things. And I feel like it will go really nicely, and I'm ready for it. I've been looking forward to this change for quite some time, and I think what sparked the idea of considering moving in with my grandpa was when it was probably about a few weeks ago, when I was kind of sharing some life stuff with one of my dad's friends, because they asked about me, and I just kind of unloaded for a little while, and then I kind of realized, like, because it's been so long, I just haven't, like, because I've been so tired, I really haven't thought about my situation, like, a ton, consistently, at least, I should say. I've thought about it a lot, but, like, I haven't, like, really sat down and been, like, this is where I'm at, and this is what's going on, and, like, just, like, haven't been, thinking about it, and so, like, after talking to that person for a while, I kind of sat down and realized that, and my dad talked to me for a little bit as well, because I kind of told him about my mom wanting to move again at some time, and he worries about me a lot, especially with what happened to me the last time we moved, because like when we had to move abruptly from my aunt's old house to this current place, when we had to do that abrupt move, and because my mom and sister are not able-bodied enough to do that themselves, so they didn't do much of anything, and my only other help was my grandparents, who are in their 60s and 70s, and so they helped with what they could, but they couldn't. I had to like do everything over the course of only 2 days, and they helped with what they could during some of the days, but they couldn't help after a certain point, and so I had to kind of do all the rest of it. and I just could not at all. Like, I had just, like, I had to call my dad and ask him if he could bring his truck so we can get the last of the stuff, and like he came, thankfully, because I was not, he only came just because of how like distressed and tired I sounded. But like that was my only other option to get everything moved, is just to have him come, and he did, thankfully, and I'm very thankful for that. And that allowed me to load up everything. It was another I called him at like 8 p.m. and it was another, I think, 6 hours before we were all done. And I was finally done moving it all in, and it was just, I was shot, as I'd like moved so much stuff, and it was just like, it was a lot at that time. And so my dad was worrying about me, and because he didn't want me to deal with that again. And I already said that to my mom, that I already put my foot down, that I wouldn't be actively participating in the move with helping with things, because I'll be focusing on school. And she reluctantly agreed to it after first being upset with things and all of that. And then eventually she did accept it, finally. But yeah. She, trying to think. But like after that point, I had, just been so tired that last time, so that's when like my dad was talking to me about stuff at his house recently, when after talking to that friend about my life situation, and then I remembered that, so my grandpa had offered for me to live at his house during the summer, within a spare bedroom, while I was doing work at my dad's work, because I'm going to be doing an internship over the summer at the same place my dad works at, but I'll be doing robotics programming. And my grandpa offered, since my dad doesn't have another room in his house for me. Oh, there's our first diamonds of the stream. My dad doesn't have an extra room in his house. There's very little space for me there. Otherwise, he would have me fully move in. He has still offered to let me move in, and we can just modify like my brother's room and stuff again to allow me to fit in there. But I think it just wouldn't work out too well with how like my brother takes up a majority of that room. Like, we used to share that room when we were kids, but now that he is older, and he takes up a majority of that room, and I don't think it would be beneficial to either myself or my brother for me to live in that room again. Disregarding the fact of how disgusting my brother can be, regardless of this, completely disregarding that would just be, but like in just this terms, it wouldn't be fair to him for me to do that to him and take up his space as he's becoming older. And so I don't think I'll live with my dad unless they get a new house, but I think that'll be a long time in the coming, because of how expensive stuff is right now. But my dad did offer. He said that like he could let me live at his house during like I can move in with him during the school year this year, and still go to either school out there with him, like by the high school out there, or you just continue to go to my school in St. Louis and just drive. And I thought about it for a bit, and I realized it would be a good idea for me to do, but I don't think I had the I just couldn't really handle living there with them without like a space for any of my things, and not having like an actual bed and all of that. So but I'm still really thankful for my dad with how much he helps me out with a lot of stuff, and I'm very thankful to have such a good dad. And but yeah, so when I told him about the stuff with my grandpa offering me a room at his house over the summer, I actually thought about the two combined for a second, with my dad offering for me to move in during the school year and kind of get away from everything. And then I kind of realized that I might, with how my grandpa is, he might let me, if I asked him to stay with him during the school year, moving out of my house, because he understands what I've dealt with for a long time, and worries about me sometimes as well. He likes me a lot because I'm really the only person in the family that hasn't asked him for money. Like, everyone asks him for money. That's like his kids, like my mom and aunt really don't have anything to do with until they need something, whether that be money or help with moving or something like that. Like, whenever my mom first started having, like, when my mom first started having me take care of my sister, like, full time, when I was, like, 10 or 12, and, like, when she first started having me doing that, plus, when she was, like, going out to bars and stuff, whenever, like, I was at home taking care of my sister, after, like, on the times where she didn't have to work super late, she'd just go out to, like, to a bar with her friends, and at that time, like, my grandpa and his wife did say, like, they expressed their concern for me to my mom, and then she kind of cut contact with them as a result for quite a while, and didn't really start talking to them again until she needed help with moving or, like, money or something. And yeah, that was just kind of a shitty thing. That's how my aunt was as well. But my grandpa is always, like, I've never asked him for anything. All the things that he's done for me, he's just decided to do, and then asked me about it after the fact, if I wanted that or not, and which is kind of just a nice thing. So, like, that's why he is more comfortable doing things for me, because I don't ask him for anything, and he just does things out of his own volition, which I appreciate, because I don't like asking people for things, especially not family members and stuff. So, like, that's why I'm very thankful for that. He was, like, he does those things. Like, I never asked for a car or anything, but he bought me my car. It's a super old, the car is as old as me, and, like, has 220,000 miles on it, but it's a vehicle that I wouldn't have been able to get a vehicle otherwise. And so, like, I'm very thankful for having that vehicle, and he is a car guy, so he knew, like, what was a good vehicle that would last a long time for me, and the car that he got me is great. Like, even though he did technically buy it from a family friend, it just works out, because, like, it was a good deal on the vehicle, and it's in good condition, and so, like, it's just perfectly usable for driving now. And so, like, he bought that for me, and that was, like, a really beneficial thing for me, and I'm very thankful that he did it, even though I didn't ask or anything. And, like, so, like, my grandpa and I are on really good terms, and so that's why I asked him, like, if he would, that's why I thought it would be a good idea to ask him about moving in with him and stuff, and all that, because, like, I hadn't asked him anything about like that before, but basically, after like last weekend now, I went and had some lunch with my grandpa, and I talked to him about potentially moving. I asked him if he would be interested in allowing me to move in with him during the summer, or over the school year, being able to make that change and all of that. And he agreed to it. He said he would be perfectly happy with that, and that he would just talk to his wife, but he didn't see why not. And he talked to his wife as well, and she was perfectly happy with me doing that. And so they both agreed, and they were perfectly fine. I just needed, the last part was just telling my mom about it. And I did tell my dad about it. He thought that was probably a good change for me. He just was hoping that it would go well with my mom, because I had to prepare for the fallout of that with my mom and stuff. And my dad and his wife worry about me a lot as well, and they try to take care of me as much as they can, which I'm also very thankful for, and all of that. So they're happy that I'm making this change as well, because they care about my health, and they know that what it's been like for me for such a long time, and like all of that. So then the only final step was uh, telling my mom about it, and I was afraid to tell her. Mainly, had like a lot of anxiety about it. I was like dreading telling her because I didn't want to deal with like the potential fallout of what the next few years, the next few months would be until it's time for me to leave. I'll be leaving over Christmas break because that gives me a good amount of time. It gives my grandpa a good amount of time to clean some of the things up in his house that he wanted to clean up before I moved in, and it also gives me some time, gives me a better time to do it because then I'm not dealing with school, and so then my school isn't affected while I'm doing the move and stuff. And so yeah, like because of that, my I think, but so like I had to tell my mom about that, and I was afraid of what the next few 3 months would be like for me if I did tell her, and like what she would do, because I wasn't sure. It's kind of a gamble, and I was afraid that she was gonna like get super pissed and then like either make me leave or like have me do a bunch of shit to try to like get quote unquote like last use out of me. And it actually did go smoothly. She was okay with it after I kind of explained to her my position on the thing and all of that, and she did say that she was fine with it, very thankfully. It was very stressful for me to tell her, but I did tell her, and it went over very smoothly, which surprised me a lot, especially in the moment. But I'm very thankful that it did go smoothly, because it's just I need this change in my life desperately. So I can't live the way that I currently do anymore. And I'm happy to not. But yeah, yeah, so telling her that went over smoothly, all that. And so it would be nice to move over Thanksgiving break, because I forgot that was the thing. But I don't think I'll be able to do that, so I'll just do it over Christmas break. It's only an extra month. So yeah, I've really only got 3 months-ish or so before I can leave finally, which is pretty cool. I think what I'll do is I'll spend Thanksgiving break kind of like doing some packing and stuff and getting ready with some things. I won't be moving all of my things, but I think I'll get my clothes and then my some of my guitar stuff, and then some of my and then my computer will be last. So I will definitely be bringing my computer with me, and if it was an option, I would probably bring my desk as well, which would be pretty cool. Which it might be the case. We'll see how that goes. Like, as my grandpa offered, because I could either put a desk in the spare bedroom he's giving me, but he said that since he wanted to make sure my computer had like good internet connection, and that spare bedroom is like the furthest point from the router, and he said I suggested that I could potentially just put it in his office, which is right where the router's at, and I could directly connect my computer to the router. And he liked that idea, and so he said that actually is encouraging him to clean his office finally, because his office is like covered in like a bunch of papers and of like taxes and stuff, and then like he's got like a bunch of super old things just everywhere in there, like old paintings and old books and stuff, and it's like kind of just a giant mess. And so this is encouraging him to get it clean, and he has a second desk in there that I could use. It's a pretty good sized desk. It's just kind of old and thin, so I don't think I'll use it. And I think he has enough. I'd have to look at the space again. I think he's got enough space for me to put my desk in there, which is my nice corner-shaped desk. But yeah, I'll definitely bring my 3D printer with me as well. That one I'll probably set up in my spare bedroom, because there's like a little like partial desk space in the spare bedroom that's like not super big, but it's like good enough for like putting stuff on. And I think I'd put my 3D printer there and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think I definitely wouldn't be moving all of my things, just like my main stuff, my important things to me. And then my only stipulation that I had to agree with my mom is that I would move my things into her house once she moved, which I agreed to. Just because I won't be moving my bed with me and stuff, but like I said that I would be fine with it being moved into her new house, because she wants to have like a spot for me to come back to or whatever over the summer from college and things. And I said that's fine, but yeah. So it's kind of a major change. It's a big drastic change, but it's one that I'm looking forward to a lot. I'm looking forward to just being in a better space, both literally and mentally. It'll be a really, really positive change for me. And I'll definitely continue to stream while I'm there. Probably not as often because I'll be really busy, but I already don't stream that often now just because of how busy I am. So I'll probably get some streams in every so often. During the summer, won't be as many streams as I did last summer because I'll be working so much. But I think I'll probably be able to get some good ones in every once in a while. Especially on the weekends, though. I'd do that because I don't have to deal with anything else. And like, it's just gonna be so nice. Like, I only have to do my laundry, and I only have to clean. Like, well, they have a dishwasher there, so any dishes that are done only take like 10 minutes to really put not even 10 minutes to do, like 5 minutes to put shit in the dishwasher. And so like that's super easy. And cleaning their kitchen is easy, and they also both actively clean, and they also have for like the general stuff, and then they have maids that come every 2 weeks to do like the floors and they're like all that shit. So it's like I don't even have to worry about that anymore. And so like I actually will have like complete free time again. Like I'll be able to come home from school and robotics, and then all of my time that I have is completely free to myself and not taken up by other people. And that's like that's something I've wished I've had for years. I honestly don't think I've ever had it. I only get it once in a while, if like occasionally, but then like when I do, it's just because I'm like of the times that I do get that kind of free time, it's like my energy is like kind of fucked, and so like I'm like super demotivated, and I don't get a lot of shit done with it. So like half of my free time is spent just like watching YouTube and shit, and that's kind of ass. And so like being able to have like complete free time every single day, like I can actually do things for myself again, like, and being able to like, oh, here I want to work on a project, I can just work on it, and I don't have to worry about anything else. And it's like, or I can just like, oh, here I can just work on my project, I can make my dinner whenever, I can get my homework done as needed. I don't have to worry about spending all my energy cleaning other people's shit. And then like, oh, here I can get my homework done in a good amount of time. I can stop procrastinating my homework like I always fucking do. And like all of that. Like hell, I'm even procrastinating some homework right now. I'll be doing that later today probably. Do some of it today, some of it tomorrow, and some of it Sunday. But yeah, so like being able to just like not do that anymore will be like super fucking nice. Where I can just kind of be like an independent person again after such a long time. And like it's just I'm excited, kind of. Just I'm ready to move on and start a new chapter. Alright, I'll do a quick be right back. I have some laundry to attend to. Gonna switch that over really fast, and then I'll be back in here again. So like, I'll be back in like a couple minutes probably like 5 or so. But yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I'm gonna set myself to another 2-hour timer really quick, and then I will get back into the game. Alrighty. Okay. There we go. Anyway, let me think. What do we want to do? I want to keep going. I have 2 more pickaxes left, so keep it going. Maybe I'll push this one even further down. Why not? For funsies. But yeah, these streams have been nice to kind of just like unload, just talk about life and stuff. I think I've probably done that on almost every single one of these streams, ironically. For this game specifically, which is pretty funny to me. It's good to gain some iron back though to make up for the amount of pickaxes we burned through getting like 2 diamonds. But yeah. Alrighty. But yeah, back on the general subject of life stuff. It's been like, I was kind of looking forward to this change. I think it'll be a really positive one. And it's gonna be really strange just kind of being in such a good place mentally, because like I'm better than I was 3 or 4 years ago now ish. 3 years ago now. No, 4 now. Yeah, 4 years ago now. I'm better than I was, better now than I was then, I'd say, mentally, with like depression and stuff. I still feel the effects of demotivation and things from depression quite a bit, and like a lack of drive or anything. But I don't feel like killing myself or anything like that anymore. So I think that's still, I would say I'm definitely better than where I was at points in my life. But I think it'll just be interesting, like kind of being in an environment that is conducive to just me like improving my own health and not having to deal with anything else. I think it'll be a really kind of liberating experience, and I embrace it fully. On another positive note with that kind of change, like all I've been able to do is like these past like week since I've kind of finalized that idea and change and stuff, all I can do is think of all the things that will just be nice and like be better than my current situation. Like back before I started kindergarten, I used to actually go and like eat dinner at my dad's house every Wednesday, as well as go over there every other weekend. And then when I started school, we stopped doing that because I moved further away and I didn't have time for it anymore. But like that's something I could actually do again, because like I currently live much further away from my dad, and so I only go over there on every so often. I try to go over there every other weekend. Sometimes multiple weekends in a row, and other times it's like 3 weeks. before I can get there. Usually just with different things going on and stuff for me. But I try my best to go there frequently. But I actually, with like where my grandpa lives, there's much shorter drive, and I think I'd actually be able to like go and eat dinner with them whenever I felt like it, really, or if I wanted to, after 13 years, start going there for dinner every Wednesday again, would be pretty funny. That'd be a kind of a nice thing, you know. Just being able to see them more often and more frequently, just in case anything happens or whatever, would be kind of nice. Oh, I don't think. But, excuse me. Yeah, there'll be there's just gonna be like so many just nice changes. And like, I can put more time into more important things and just be like, oh, here I can actually play music and stuff. I can make some music. I can do other programming projects and things. I can stay at robotics whenever I need to like get things done there and not have to worry about coming home at random times. I can just like do all of that and be fine. The only change that has to be made is is just that like I guess quote unquote negative change is just that I have to get up earlier to go to school, to get to school on time. But during Christmas break, I'm going to take a day, like during the week when I know there's no holidays and stuff, and then I'm going to get up when I think I should need to get up, and then drive and see how bad traffic is and get to go to my school even though school won't be going on. I just go to school to see kind of what I should expect for traffic so I know like what a good time is to leave by. And all that, which I think would just be a smart decision, so that way to make sure I'm not like late for school. And I think I might probably leave even earlier, so like I think I might be leaving probably around like 5:45, 5:30 each day, just so that way then if traffic is bad I should still get to school on time, and then if traffic is good I'll get there like a bit earlier before school starts, but then I can just kind of chill for a bit and not have to do whatever. So I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing in that instance. And then I'll be spending more on gas, but like it's not that bad. So I'm driving like 50 miles a day on average, rather than the usual like 4 plus like the 400-mile weekends that I do. So not actually that insane, to be honest. Like I think my overall gas costs will be in the same realm. It's like because like I think a lot of it's going to be negated by my lack of extreme weekend driving, because I'll be closer to my dad's, and so I think it should be probably not terrible. I think like overall gas usage and mileage per week will probably increase by a good margin, but like not by like an insane amount, so I'm not really worried about it. But I think I'll be able to like more easily get up early as well if like I'm in better health and where like I'm getting better quality sleep than like the dog ass shit sorry ass excuse for sleep that I get now. So like I think I'll be able to easily make that adjustment, because it's like I'm not getting up that much earlier, maybe by like half an hour at the most, so like not too big of a change there. And that'll definitely be starting up listening to podcasts once again, because that'll be like the traffic drive in the morning I think will probably give me enough time to get through like 75% of one podcast episode probably. So not too bad there. wonder if I'm gonna ever like get more diamonds. It's been quite a while since we've gotten any. Diamonds are like really hard to come by in this, I'm gonna be honest. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna check. I'm actually curious to see how much stone have I mined? I mined 4,000 stone. Jesus Christ, that's crazy. 4,500 stone mined. I think it's probably my highest mined thing in this so far, at least, at the very least. I've gotten 15 diamonds total after all this time. I have crafted glowstone though. You have to craft it. It drops as the dust, so you have to craft it into. Huh? Or is that meaning like the number of times I've crafted with it? I guess is what it means there. But I don't think there are any recipes that use glowstone. Interesting. That's alright. I've used shovel or pickaxe 4,300 times. Crazy. Okay. Well, let's continue mining. Yeah. But like, so I think it'll be really neat just being able to make those changes. I still have to figure out what I want for Christmas / my birthday. I already kind of know what I want. It's just a matter of like, it's only one item. It's just fucking expensive, so like, probably won't get it. It's just like I'd be fine with like pooling together like 4 people's presents worth of Christmas and birthday money to do it. But it's alright. So I want to get a framework laptop. I can technically get one for like $800, but like I want to go with the new one that it's like a 16-inch laptop instead of the 13-inch size, and then it has a dedicated GPU. But it's for that configuration is $2K, is two grand almost, or like $1,800. Actually, no, I think it's $1,700 with the GPU. I think. Hold on. I'm actually, you know what, this will be funny. We're gonna, I'm just gonna do this really quick. I'll open up Google. And I want to configure the DIY edition because you get to build it yourself, which is really fun. So I don't like for the processor here. I'm gonna like zoom this in a little bit for visibility. For the processor here, like this, the 7840HS is perfectly fine. I don't need the 7940 because literally only a higher clock speed. It has the same number of cores and threads and same amount of cache. So like I think this CPU is more than formidable for what I would want it for. And then for RAM, I would just not go, because they specifically say that it's more expensive to buy the RAM from them. So then I can just bring my own for this, which is cheaper to get. That one can be like my mini presence every so often. It's just like, because like an actual like, let's see, I actually want to check to make sure that's their what memory is compatible. SODIMMs. Okay. So like, for example, for memory here, we'll just pull up some 5 with 5600. Alright. Does it support full-size DDR5 DIMMs or no? I don't think it does. SODIMM. Boom. And there you go, 48 gigs of it of DDR5. Here's from Crucial's website directly. Like, boom. There's just like that, and that's at 5600 megahertz. So like that's compatible RAM. It's 48 gigabytes of it for $140, which is there's not even a 48 gigabyte configuration, and that 48 gig configuration is cheaper than the 32 gig one for this. So bringing your own memory is solid. Same thing with storage. Fucking 2 terabyte SSD is like $70. Not even that. I think it's like, let's see. Yeah, boom. A 2 terabyte Samsung drive is $85. So like, or it's 95 new, but still, that's like, and it's one to have $50 for 1 terabyte. So like that's easy. So that's free on that one, and I don't need secondary storage. And so like, and then same with bring your own Windows operating system there. And so like you don't need that either. I can just get Windows for free, and then don't have to pay $200 for Windows. And then here's where like the main thing comes in. You can get it with a dedicated GPU or with the expansion bay shell. And it's, so the expansion bay shell is just extra cooling. But then this has the dedicated GPU in it instead. And I think that would be really nice to have. And so that's where like the main extra cost comes in. And then you just get the US keyboard, because like, yeah. And then input modules, I don't need a numpad, and I don't need a RGB macro pad. So just the two spacer modules are fine. And I like the black color already. So like, don't even need that for the other one. So that also saves you some money. And then also I like their black bezel. Before it used to like be only orange, so it's nice to have. And then getting while it is expensive to get a power adapter, getting one that is compatible is nice. Just that's specifically rated for this is really nice, and they get the US region. And then for the laptop, there you have expansion cards. So like it doesn't have like a dedicated like, oh, here's your HDMI port on the laptop and here's your USB-C port on the laptop. You have to select which ones you want, and you can actually swap them out whenever you want. So because it needs USB-C to charge, which is fine, I would get at least one of those, and then definitely 2 USB-A, probably 3, and then I would get an HDMI, like, and then one, like, you could get an audio, but like, do you ever use headphones with it? But like, you could do that, and that's your 6 right there. Or I could just call it as 2 USB-C and you got two USB-C 3A, one HDMI. That's like pretty solid, and then I can get other ones, like other expansion cards later on if I needed them, and I don't need any storage expansion. And then this poster comes with it for free for getting your fucking pre-order. But yeah, so here's where this is why it comes out to a lot, is it is $1,900 for the whole thing, for just that. And that's like, this is a pretty minimal this is the most minimal configuration aside from the GPU. If you got it without the GPU, then it's $1,500 with the expansion slots. Another way to go about this actually is doing this, ordering it, and then not ordering the $64 worth of these out of the gate, and getting them from somebody else, because you can order these separately currently. So then that drops it down to $1,878, which feels a little more reasonable. Still expensive as hell, but like, yeah, it would be a really nice laptop to have, mainly for repairability purposes, because you can just go, you can like, not only can you expand your, like, you can get more expansion slots later and switch them out for whatever the fuck you want, but then also you get, like, if anything breaks on it, you can repair it for a very low cost of, like, no more than $150 if it's a major damage thing, and then all of that. And then you can also upgrade the whole thing down the line, like, anything that you want can be upgraded in it after a while. So, like, that's why it's, like, a really nice kind of thing. And yeah, and so like that would be really nice to have. But like, yeah. So like, it's just, it'd be really cool, mainly just for having a good, like a really nice laptop that would last a long time. I think would just be really nice. I know their 13-inch laptop is totally a viable option, and all of that, but like, yeah, it's like, that's the $1,478 for the base thing, pretty much. And with the power adapter, you could actually save. We got a different power adapter as well. It saves you $70 there, and then you get you can get it down to $17.99. And then I get the power adapter on their website and the expansion cards on their website later, from another person, and then like, there you go. The one thing I don't know is if they have like monthly financing, because if that was an option, that might make it even more realistic for me to be able to get the thing. Yeah. So it'd be $1,861 after taxes total. So like, plus the $100 that are due. Yeah, cause so it's it's the 100. So it's the total's 1,900 after tax, and then you have the $100 that are due immediately, and then yeah, and then what I am curious about actually is if they have monthly financing as an option, which I think I might do that really quick. I'm gonna create an account really fast. Excuse me, off screen, because I need to put in my address information. I know this is a big tone shift from earlier in the stream, but I just have a lot of thoughts at the moment. And shipping is free. And then that's cool. So what I am curious about is if they do the, no, it does not look like they have that available. Yeah. Probably wouldn't be the way to go, though, to be honest. Alrighty. Anyway, we'll actually return to the actual game now. Yeah. So, could get that. Would be pretty cool to have, just because it's like a really nice laptop, and just for college purposes, mainly. And then also being able to like do whatever I need to with a laptop, because my current laptop is kind of ass. And it's just something that's just secondhand from 2015, so it was high end in 2015, but still, it's for modern day stuff, it struggles a lot. So yeah, that would just be a kind of a nice thing to have, though, and all of that. Not really a requirement, but so I'll have to see if I want that for Christmas / my birthday or not, and see if it is like an actually good choice. But yeah. I'll also definitely do an MTV Cribs style tour of my grandpa's house, just for fun, you know. Not put it on my YouTube channel, but I think it'd be funny to do. Oh damn, my inventory's full as fuck. I'll just eat some of this bread, because why not? Oh, yeah. Okay. Keep going until this pickaxe breaks, and then we'll go up and make some more pickaxes and smelt some iron. We also have a bit of gold now, too. Pretty decent amount, actually, surprisingly. But yeah. This has been a nice stream, though, kind of getting a lot of weight off of my chest, you know, kind of having some more mental clarity, a little nice to have, you know, and kind of just looking forward to the future. But yeah, on another completely different note, I have been doing a lot of stuff, robotic stuff. Have to get ready for a last minute sign up for a competition on the 7th. Excuse me, a big yawn. But big competition on the 7th, so I have to prepare for that. Then I've just been doing other programming and things and getting other stuff ready for the new season and all of that jazz. I want to try maybe mining this way and see if our luck gets any better, because after an hour and 42 minutes worth of pretty much just mining, we've gotten 4 diamonds today, so yeah. It's whatever, you know, it's fine. Sitting at 11 diamonds total. Guess we could maybe like go exploring or something, do something different. We haven't really explored that much in this world, so I think that might be a fun little like thing to do for funsies. Man, I really need to deal with like the shit ton of cobblestone that I've got. What I wonder is what direction I should explore in. Could go that way, could go this way, could go over there, could go anywhere, so I'm not sure. Alrighty. Got our tools, we got blocks, all of that good stuff. I think we're chilling. Make one more pickaxe just for good measure. And there we go. I think we can leave now. But where to is the new question. I don't know why I never had this set to far, I'm gonna be honest. Or maybe I did at one point and then it just turned off. I don't know. That would make more sense to be on, because, you know, yeah. Oh no, we've lost half the FPS, but I also don't care, so whatever. Yeah, so now where to is a great question. Maybe let's go this way. Let's see what there is to explore. Oh, that's a cool ass cave. Oh, I have been over here. Huh. Interesting. I wonder how far I went. I don't remember. Shit. Interesting. Oh yeah, I have, yeah, like I've been over there too. Huh. I have no recollection of that. Shit, there's pumpkins over there. I wonder if there's any use of these yet. I don't think at this point in the game that there is, though. There is some very lush green grass. I like this grass. This looks like a pretty cool place. Oh, we've got little ferns. And they drop seeds. Huh. I didn't realize ferns were in the game this early on. This would have definitely been a better location to build my dome. But it's fine. I don't think there are any structures in this version, though. There's a lava pool over here, looks like. Or that's not, no, it's not it. I don't really think those are a thing yet. Other than the underground ones. I don't think there's the above ground ones, though. Super dry area over here. Well, yeah, I think I'll probably just head back, because I don't think I plan on really, like, moving locations for the time being, I don't think. And there really isn't any reason to travel, really, for resources, because everything, there are no different resources anywhere else around me, like, at all, so, like, we kind of have everything in the game where we are currently located, so I don't think it makes too much of a difference. Moo. There we are. Oof. Alrighty. We have returned. I'm gonna put some bread away probably and then head back down to the mines. Okay, it's time to go this way now. I only have 2 pickaxes on me, but it's fine. Ah, I'm glad I was crouching there. I think in both of those situations I would have likely died because I don't have any water on me. That's really cool. Okay, we've got like an actual cave to work with here, so I'm gonna mine forward in here and see what we got going on. I think it might be an option to just go looking around in caves for exposed diamonds, because our mining ventures have been quite unlucky, I would say. I'm just really excited to have, like, time for my things again. I think it'll just be a really nice change in my life. I'm happy to finally get out and just start fresh. Now the only thing I need to do is get my college application stuff done. And, I think we'll be all set there. Okay. Gotten, again, still pretty unlucky with the diamond situation. All that, but it is what it is. Gonna sit here and mine that. Yeah. I'm just excited just to, like, have so many, like, improvements to my health and being able to, like, cook all the time and stuff. Could do some, like, cooking streams sometime would be kind of fun. Just for, like, why not, you know? Have, like, a nicer kitchen to do it in, all that. Could set up some things. It would be fun. And, like, just being able to have enough space for my, like, a few of my things is really nice. The bedroom will be bigger. I'll have less things in that bedroom, but, still not bad. And, I'll have plenty of environment to, like, work on a workout regimen and stuff, and do all of that good stuff, which is good. I will definitely be taking pictures of the cool stuff that I make, and all that. It'll be fun. But yeah. This has been a nice stream to just kind of, like, you know, collect my thoughts and all of that. And kind of, like, have a little retrospective look around at the past 6 years. And yeah. Well, I think I might call it here for this stream. Not too lucky with the diamonds today, but it's alright. Oh, there's a creeper there. That's fun. Alrighty. Alrighty. That was that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna head back up now. And yeah, this has been a really nice stream, kind of getting everything just talked about and all that, and kind of being done with stuff. I'm happy to start a new chapter. I'll definitely do like a Minecraft stream or something to commemorate the new change or something like that once I move in. Only got 2-ish months or so. Okay, 2.5 months roughly. I've got all of October, all of November, and half of December. So 2.5 months to go. Maybe I'll make like a little countdown or something for fun. But yeah, I think that'll call it for this stream though. And yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you around in another stream eventually. Goodbye.